best fight friends. Is that what we say?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, best
Hey
fight...
there, cats and kittens.
Hey, best fight friends. I'm Rachel. That's Kelsey. And we're here to talk a little bit more about UFC 269. But we're going to talk specifically about Julianna Pena and Kayla Harrison. So, if you don't know, Kayla Harrison is...
If you don't know... Well, what do you mean if you don't? If you don't know, you don't watch our show, people. Because we've talked about Kayla a lot.
She's a monster in the cage for the PFL. She's won the PFL championships twice.
She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Most people think she's one of the biggest whatever in the sport right now.
Yeah.
Who's not signed to the UFC. She's still signed to the PFL, I think. But... Kayla wants to fight everybody, Rachel.
Well, she's kind of ready. Says she has legacy, right? She wants to fight the best out there. So if the PFL can bring her the best, then she's happy.
Bring them to me.
But there is a possibility that Kayla might look to sign with somebody else so that she can fight the best. She was sitting cage side at UFC 269, saw fellow teammate, her and Amanda Nunes, both train out at...
America Top Team.
There you go. And... she was obviously heartbroken for Amanda, but Julianna Pena was asked about Harrison and asked, hey, you know what? If Harrison ends up signing with the UFC, would you fight her? And I'm gonna read you the quote. So this is from MMA Junkie, where I've found this quote here. I think she's the lesser of the training partners for her and Amanda Nunes, Pena said. If that's the case, and I just took out Amanda, I don't know what kind of position that would put her in, but she's been fighting the B leagues. I've been fighting in the UFC. I've been fighting at the top of the division. I'm in the biggest league of this sport, so I'm not paying too much attention to what she's doing down there. Now, if you haven't seen, Kayla Harrison give interviews, I find her extremely intimidating. I've never met her in person, and as much as I love her, I don't know that I want to. I really find her very
I was going to introduce you to her one day on the Zoom, and you were like, nope.
I have seen her interviewed. Who's the guy over at the PFL? He's one of the 3 commentators. He's the guy that's really amazing at commentating. I can't remember his name. But he even seemed a little nervous to get in the cage with Kayla after one of her fights. So I just think this is crazy. So somebody, though, braver than me, went to Kayla and was like, hey, here's what Julianna Pena said. What do you have to say?
I'm mad at you.
First, she congratulated Julianna on her victory. But then she said, you don't say stuff like that to people like me unless you mean it. This isn't like a Conor McGregor, let's talk a little shit. Don't bite off more than you can chew. She went out there, she executed a great game plan, did what she had to do, but I'm not the lesser of anything or anyone or anybody. When I come to fight, you're going to know you're in a fight. I'm
all about this fight. Let's make it happen, Captain.
I love this. I think that Pena must... she's known for talking trash, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, she's the Clover Lane of the women's bantamweight.
Women's MMA. But, I'm just saying, Kayla's right. This isn't like Conor McGregor where it's expected you talk trash and you do this. Kayla, don't play.
Well, I think that that's a fascinating fight. If you asked me before the fight against Amanda, I would say Kayla wrecks Julianna Pena. But Julianna Pena just scored one of the biggest upsets in UFC history, and so I think that the idea of that fight, UFC champ versus PFL champ, I'm here for it. I'm also here for either of them fighting, by the way, Chris Cyborg, who fights for Bellator. Best versus the best. We're probably not going to get that unless Kayla ends up with the UFC someday. I don't think she's... Anyway, I don't know what's next. What did that say?
This said Harrison was there talking to UFC execs.
Okay, well, hey.
And
that would be great for her if she wants to do that, because she's one of the best fighters in the sport. The UFC, not that any other fighters outside of the UFC can't beat UFC champs, but in general, the UFC is considered the pinnacle of MMA, right? And if that's something she wants to do and you get the money to do it from them, man, there's lots of good fights there for her.
Yeah.
What would you do, Rachel?
What would I do? What?
If you were Kayla.
If I were Kayla, I have no idea.
I mean, because
Kayla's...
but the PFL just signed a bunch of 150. Kayla also fights at lightweight.
Yeah.
155.
Well, so that's what she pointed out too.
It's 2 weight classes above.
In this article, she said it was kind of ridiculous for Pena to be trash talking like she is, considering she's a smaller fighter and Kayla's above her in weight class.
To me, Kayla Harrison is the face of the PFL because she's 2-time champ. She was one of their biggest signings when they signed her, and she's panned out to be arguably one of the top 2 women's MMA fighters in the world right now, probably alongside Chris Cyborg, I think. So, I mean, if that's something that she would like to do as well, I think that makes sense.
Staying with the PFL?
Oh, yeah.
I would
probably do that.
I would like to see the PFL sign a lot more talent.
Continue to do that.
And talent that's at a certain level. So they are doing that, and they definitely need to continue doing that.
You just want to see her fight Julianna Pena in a squash match. 2 weight classes above her. Kayla smash.
Right.
Man, I love watching Kayla fight too. She's really excellent. I love that style of fighting.
Yeah.
It's based on grappling and judo and just strength and wrestling. Her wrestling, you know what I mean? Those skills, just smashing people, and it's awesome.
What else is awesome is when you like, comment, and subscribe. So make sure to do that on this video. Let us know what you think about PFL champ Kayla Harrison and UFC champ Julianna Pena getting in a cage together.